Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, during the 2016 presidential race, raised $957 million and $1.4 billion respectively. A Washington Post article found that a lot of that money didn't come from ordinary people like you or me. Perhaps unsurprisingly, it came from corporate donors and super PACs. Elections in the United States seem much more disconnected from the population than in other nations. But why is this? We can place the blame squarely on our campaign finance system and its 2014 marriage with large companies. Let's begin in 2002 with the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, or BCRA. The act aimed to do two main things. First, to regulate the amount of spending that can be done on elections, and second, to prevent toxic ads from airing on television too close to an election. It was this second provision that would ultimately be the downfall of many aspects of the BCRA. Enter Citizens United. The conservative nonprofit Citizens United sought to air advertisements for their movie Hillary the Movie, close to the 2008 primary. The majority of the court decided that the ads fell under freedom of speech in the First Amendment and ought to be allowed. But this wasn't it. Because of the way the decision was worded, they also decided that money legally counts as speech, and that corporations legally count as people. The concepts of corporate personhood and money as speech work together to allow large companies to donate infinitely to campaigns, since any abridgment of this right would technically violate the Constitution. In addition, employees at large companies that refuse to participate in company-wide fundraisers for political candidates have no legal recourse under Citizens United. This case is harmful to democracy in the United States. It condenses electoral power in the corporate sphere and away from the people. There are solutions, however. Revisiting the case to recontextualize Citizens United under the Press Clause would get rid of the broad language that allows for exploitation we see today under freedom of speech. We could also effectively repeal the case with a constitutional amendment that bars unlimited donations to campaigns. Even the late Justice John Paul Stevens, who wrote the chief dissent for the case on the Supreme Court, had an idea for what this type of amendment might look like, which you can read here. A democracy is supposed to leave the representatives accountable to the people, but under Citizens United, our representatives are more beholden to Wall Street and corporate donors. That said, what can you do? If you want to help fight against this case, there are many things that you can do. You can contact your congressperson and tell them that you dislike the case. You can register to vote and avoid voting for those who don't vehemently oppose Citizens United publicly. Even just Googling Citizens United for yourself and doing extra research can help a lot. ContactingCongress.org has a very simple way for you to find out who your representatives are and how you can get a hold of them. Vote.gov is a direct line from the government to register to vote, and simply Googling Citizens United versus FEC can get you all the information that you need. The opportunity to empower your next vote is right at your fingertips, and hopefully with your action, perhaps our elections will soon reflect the voices of the people, and not just those of the wealthy.